We're here on the first tee for the President's Cup, and we're here with Brad Foster. Brad, where are you from in Australia?
Far south coast in New South Wales, just a small town called Merimbula.
Rimbla. And just briefly tell me how did you get to this how did you get to this tee box right here? Just
Started a long time ago, Mike.
Pat Wilson.
Pat Wilson, a fellow intern of yours.
Yeah.
Who was my assistant throughout my apprenticeship, and then he got me over into the UK. I spent 18 months in the UK. Through another contact, got in touch with you, and now we're here 2 years after I left that small town.
Absolutely. And coming out on the program, people question me like, why is the program better? Why do they call it the top program? Can you tell me why we call this the top program, having traveled so extensively like you have?
I feel like it's got a lot to do with the responsibility. You get put onto one of the top golf courses in the world, hosting an event, and straight away from the word go, you're under a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility. I'm one of the only people to have sprayed greens and approaches on the course the whole year for this tournament. Includes mixing up, calibrating sprayers, all of that. So one mistake and that could end the tournament.
Ruin the President's Cup. That's exactly. A huge responsibility, and that's what it's all about. Getting on this program and being able to, they trust you to do that, and
exactly right.
It's hard to get that kind of responsibility anywhere else, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it shows too. You look at most of the up and coming superintendents, they all have a higher program, or majority of them.
Yeah, they've been through this ringer, and I mean it is a ringer. You've done some big hours here, have you?
Yeah, coming up to the tournament, we've been doing anywhere from sort of 80 to 100 hours.
Right.
But to look back on the results we've got, to look back on the condition of the course, it's all worth it.
Yeah, and so this week, what are you going to be doing for this week? What are your responsibilities?
So I'm in charge of the bunkers. There's about 20 guys. We've got to follow through with that. Basically, put all those guys through and then go back and check that we're happy with everything, and then the PGA will come behind and make sure they're happy.
Right. So and you'll have probably 10, 15 people?
Yeah, closer to 20.
20 people?
Not just over. It'll change throughout the week and more guys come in.
How's your mindset changed now coming into the program? Did you get this level of responsibility coming in?
I mean, you do hear about it from other guys, but to actually experience it firsthand, it's a lot. It's great. It is fantastic.
Great. Yeah.
I love the pressure. I love the responsibility. It's what I thrive on, and I feel like that's how you're going to build a career is to take that and run with it.
So when I tell people it's big hours, you don't really care, do you? You love it, like you eat this up.
I love it. Yeah, it's great. You might be here 12 hours a day. It might be late in the afternoon and you get an irrigation leak and you're out here, late at night fixing it. But you come in here the next day and you look at your results.
For the young Australians now that are coming up, do you feel this is going to help you get a job later? This kind of pressure?
100%, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to be. So for them back in TAFE, where did you go to TAFE?
In Canberra.
In Canberra?
CIT.
Oh yeah, who's your lecturer there?
Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
Bruce Davies, his name.
Bruce Davies, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and so when you came out of TAFE up there, you never dreamed that you'd be doing this kind of thing, did you?
No.
So
no,
it's beautiful. So, but tell me a little bit about this tee box right here. We got some people around here, but.
So this is actually our number 5.
Yeah.
But for the President's Cup, it's been turned into number 1. So
yeah.
they've changed everything 4 holes forward.
Right.
So it's a par 4, water carry on the left, goes down into a slight dogleg, and then there's just this enormous grandstand around it.
I'm just looking out there. If I was trying to hit a tee shot, mate, I'd be in the lake. I mean, that's a tough shot out there into the. It's tough, isn't it?
It's not an easy one to start on.
It's not an easy one, definitely. Yeah, and they're going to have wire cameras running and everything like that. But so, like, socially, have you had fun over here as well? Because we don't want to sound like this is all work.
No, it's not. Throughout the season, we're getting one day off a weekend at least, so we could go out, have a good time, we could explore. I've been down to Philadelphia, I've been down to Jersey Shore.
Good.
I've been into the city plenty of times, I've done cruises around the harbour. I've done a lot. I've been busy, not just at work.
Yeah. So you have a good boss here that gives you the time off.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about Jesse and Greg. I mean,
Yeah. And they've both been in the position. They've both done this. They know what it's all about. They know how to accommodate you to have a good time.
Yes. So, last word, kind of to guys back at home. What do you have to say to them to get them to come on the program? Just tell them really what you've done. Really, I mean,
It's just if you really want to make a career out of this, I recommend it highly. If you can come over here with no commitments and just head down, bum up, as they say, and get stuck in,
you're
going to really enjoy it. You're going to get the most out of it, and I'd be very surprised if it doesn't come back and benefit you in the long run.
Absolutely, and you know, the beauty of it for us is you have been in England, you were in Scotland, so you came in with a very strong CV already, like your confidence level, you know, coming through it. So,
Exactly
you know,
right.
we want the top guys to come in here. We expect you to get the top jobs when you go out of here, having been put under this kind of pressure. So,
Yeah,
but I mean, from that standpoint, it's a win-win situation for you, isn't it?
exactly right. And it's another country to travel.
Absolutely.
Like, the US is an amazing place.
And then we forgot to say, where are you going next after where are we moving you next?
So yeah, I go to LA Country Club,
Oh,
straight into
mate.
Hollywood.
Yeah, straight. That's a pretty
So,
rough track to go into, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that should be great. I look forward to that.
You gonna be able to handle Malibu Beach?
I see. That could be a struggle.
How good is that to be moved from the
Yeah.
East Coast to the West Coast?
No, that's a great opportunity again. They got 2 courses down there. Sounds like I'll be a part of both of those. So
Yep.
it's just another way to broaden the experience.
They just had the Walker Cup. They're going to have a big tournament coming up, and I think they're going to have the big tournaments coming up in a couple of years' time. They may
Yeah.
have the US Open
Yeah.
down the road. So again, it's another part of the top program. I mean, you see that benefit of being sent to good clubs again.
Yeah, exactly right.
So-
No, the program is fantastic. What Ohio State does for us up and coming greenkeepers is it's second to none. There's not really anything I've ever seen out there or heard of that can get you here.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we thank you and we appreciate that. We know you're going to put in a lot more hours this week, but it's all for a good cause. And
Exactly.
let's hope the Aussies bring home a win this week, eh?
Exactly right. We'll celebrate over a beer on Sunday.
Absolutely. It sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Brad. Appreciate it very much, buddy.